Hello everybody and welcome back to Astroneer and PlayerTested. When we last left off, we basically made this. Ta-da, look at that. So I'm gonna make the research facility actually because it is very useful, I've found. So these little pods basically allow you to create different things. One of the things that I should probably make, because it would be useful for, pretty much each one of these places needs it's always going to need power.
Okay.
And so you have, I think there's 2 or maybe 3 types of power that can be generated: solar power, wind power, and for lack of a better term, plant power. Solar power, you make solar panels, and whenever the sun's out, it generates power. I've got a little solar panel on my backpack right up here.
Okay.
So that way, whenever the sun's out, my backpack fills up faster when I need power. Wind power, whenever the wind's blowing, you can see the little wind particles flying through the air. It generates power. Doesn't happen often, I've noticed. So solar panel is more predictable and easier to get, whereas wind power isn't as predictable. So I usually use solar power more often than anything. The other one is the plant power, and what that is you can create a generator, which you can basically dig up all these little pieces of grass or whatnot. You can actually turn that into organic material.
Okay.
And that will allow you to put it into a generator that will turn it into energy for you and everything. So basically, it's turning organic material into power for you. That is another one that's, it's consistent, but at the same time, it's time consuming because you're having to go out and get the organic material to be able to make the power. And so really I found the more consistent one to be solar power, just because it's a lot easier to go and just put a bunch of solar panels up and wait until the daytime for it to really charge and power everything, versus having to wait for the wind to blow, or having to go find a bunch of plants and then make them. Because I can do this, so I can do a generator. I need copper for a generator, so
Can you look up for a second? Let me see the stars.
Look up.
Pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
So yeah, it's
But why
very
is it just like a chunk of stars? Like,
very simplistic. It's not overly complex in
you can see other planets in the
creation.
distance.
Yeah, you can see like little moons and other planets. So the sun's coming up. Eventually it'll hit these, and you'll see now it's charging my research station.
Cool.
And these little bars is all the power for using the research station. So what I need to find is so I know I have lots of compound and I have lots of resin. Actually, I'm going to take and extend out my facility here. So then I can I found this too. These always follow you. They'll point in the direction that you're standing. So if you're standing, you kind of want to be in the place that you want them to extend to. Because if you have them pointed somewhere else, you're going to have them in places you don't want them to be.
Gotcha.
And that's never, it's usually not a good thing. I would love to have a printer. Is that a sandstorm coming? That's a sandstorm coming. Yep,
wind.
There it is. That's a sandstorm.
Do you need to get inside?
I can't go inside. There's no inside to get to.
You don't in your pod?
I could get into the pod, but all it is it's a save point. So I've had this happen once. Basically, a sandstorm, all it does is it come by and it blows, and it basically blocks your vision.
Huh.
I'm having a harder time seeing. That's where the tethers come into play, and they're very useful for that. For like when you're out, because if I walk farther and farther away from, the rocks are flying all over the place. Oh no, I got killed by a rock. I never got killed by a rock last time.
That's why I said get inside.
Oh no, I died again.
Get inside. Haven't you seen any space movies? Oh,
Well, the door's still open. I can't do anything else. I've never gotten killed by rock. I've been able to dodge them all. But basically, it blocks your vision. Apparently, you can die by the flying debris. Did not know that until just now. But that's where the tethers come into handy, because you can still see the tethers, and if you're still out and about, you can go and find your way back home or whatnot. Pick up all my pieces that I dropped. So yeah, it's kind of like other games where if you die, you can go back to your corpse and pick up the things that you dropped. So like all the stuff that was on my backpack, I went back and I was able to pick up off of my dead backpack body.
Because you lost everything?
Yeah. So like these plants, I can make organic pieces. I don't know if I can make a beacon from compound, but you can't use organic material except for to be put in generators.
Okay.
I haven't really seen or found a use for organic material other than in generators. So. But this stuff, I've no hydrazine. I don't know what this is going to do. Apparently, I'm making hydrazine, which I don't know what it does. It's one of those things where you find it and you a lot of the times you just experiment with it, really. That was another thing so now that I have power generators on my main space, or my main station, whenever I whenever I connect to the bait, or whenever I connect to the tether, the power that's already stored in the station goes through my tether and recharges my system.
Gotcha.
Which is kind of cool. So let's smooth that out a little bit more. I'm being weirdly kind of anal right now with placement of items on the place. Alright, so I need more.
I feel like you're weirdly kind of anal in a lot of things, so
yeah,
maybe that's just me.
I'm not normally an OCD person. I mean, if you saw my office and the utter chaos,
that is true. That I have to sit in to do these recordings
and stuff like that. Now, granted, not all of that is my fault, but
sure it is.
Yeah.
I say it is.
Whenever I get stuff put in my office saying, Peter, I just put this away. Okay. Where'd you put it?
It's yours.
I just threw it somewhere in your office. Okay. And then I get yelled at for my office. The same thing kind of happened to me when I was a kid too. You know, you'd sit there and my mom would be like, you know, Peter, you go clean your room. Be like, oh well, I can find all my stuff, you know. And so you do it or whatnot, and then all of a sudden they're like, this is out in the living room, and then, you know, you'd have to go to your room.
You know where your organized chaos.
Yeah, it's organized chaos. That's exactly what it is. All right. Oh,
what is that?
It's a little pod with stuff in it. So there's aluminum in it.
Like someone dropped it for you, like Hunger Games style?
I'm guessing probably it's dropped from like a space station or something like that. But it's useful little items usually. What is this? What is this?
I don't know what it is. Oxygen.
No, it's not oxygen. It's resin! It's a resin thing. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a resin deposit that will fill up over time. I've never, in the little bit that I played, I never really actually saw one of those. I've only seen it. I need to get my tether back here. hold on. Whew. That's a resin deposit. That means I can go here if once the deposit fills back up, I can just keep continually gathering resin from there rather than going out and finding it in the ground constantly, having to go find it constantly in the ground. That's awesome.
Time saver.
Yes, very much so. Alright, so I want to put that there. So we're gonna make... Do I want a printer? I probably want to do smelter. Smelter! Now, if I'm not mistaken, smelters are used to...
Smelt thing.
Well, they're used to convert one material into another. But I need... That's... Okay. That's cool. It was weird that it went all the way up there, but whatever, you know, that's... So... Oh, I don't want that. Okay. I want that to come out there. Yep. And... square. Okay. Alright, so... I'm gonna need to go get more resin. So, I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, keep playing games, and we'll see you then. Yeah, you see me. I see you too. Okay. Yep, there's the second shot. Fire away. Fire away. Come on. Come back here. Now, where's your brother? Cave that you don't know is there.
Could you still fall through it? Because it's hollow ground?
If I put it on my, or if I dug into it, yeah.